Hey, I am Jasmine Young, and we are going to be participating in the roleplay video.
And I'm Samantha Gary, and I'm also a student.
I'm Emma, and I'm not a student. So, hey guys, I am Miss Jasmine. So I'm here with Sam and Emma today, correct?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So I just want to let you guys know before we get started that everything that you say to me is completely confidential. I won't share anything that you talk about completely personal, but I will say one of the things is you cannot mention anything about hurting yourself or hurting others, and of course I have to report that. But other than that, do you have any questions for me before we get started and how this looks or anything like that?
Yeah, I do have a question.
Uh-huh.
So how does it work?
So basically what I'm doing, I just want to really just get a feel of, what's going on with you guys, what brings you in today, and then we'll see what's going on, and then at the end, we'll schedule another appointment, and we'll just really see where that takes us.
Okay, so today we're really just, opening up to you getting to know each other.
Yeah, basically, we just want to see what's been going on. Do you have any questions for me, Miss Emma? Gotcha. Well, why don't you tell me what brings you in today?
Well,
So what brings you in today?
Miss Jasmine, my wife and I, we've just been arguing a lot. You know, I just feel like unheard many times. And I feel like she tells our 9-year-old daughter, more. Yeah, I feel like she's more open with our 9-year-old daughter about our problems than with me. And the main problem that I think we have, I love my wife, and that's why I'm here and I'm willing to work through our issues. But my wife and I was inseminated and to have our baby. And I told her, I was like, she didn't want to be pregnant. And I told her that my family history, it isn't very good. And, our kid is starting to display a lot of problematic behaviors that I knew would happen ultimately. But my wife, Emma, she didn't want to get pregnant. So I did that, and for us, because she wanted a kid so bad, and so did I. And now I want to be an active participant in raising our child and instilling good behaviors in her and practices in her. But at the same time, it's very hard because I resent her because I knew I was right.
Gotcha. And would you like to add anything to that, Emma?
I think that we could have adopted, and that was definitely on the table, but she decided that pregnancy was the route she wanted to go, and so we felt very stuck, and she went ahead with it, and that's not necessarily our only option that we had.
Gotcha. So you guys feel like you could have more options and you didn't want it, and then you wanted. You guys mentioned that you had a daughter. What's her name?
Georgia.
Gotcha. And you guys said that Miss Georgia was having some behavioral issues.
Yeah, she is. She's 9.
Uh-huh.
The 3rd grade. Well, Emma, it stresses us out so bad to even talk about it. It's just so embarrassing. You want to tell her, honey, what's going on?
So she's biting kids still at 9 years old at school, and she's just being really aggressive, and we're getting home constantly from her teachers, and she's instigating, and so she's always in trouble at school.
She throws things. She often displays violent behavior. She's throwing desks. It really it breaks my heart. It really does.
And all this behavior is happening at school.
Yeah.
And how's she at home?
She's not as bad at home. The problem really lies with Emma telling our daughter about our issues. I think that plays a big role in issues at home because she just doesn't listen to me. And, I'll tell her, go do your homework, no more TV, no more TikTok, Instagram, whatever. And she just doesn't listen, but she finds herself listening to Emma. I just wish that my wife would come to me about our problems and not load them onto our 9-year-old daughter who already has behavior issues. But to answer your question, she's fine at home compared to being at school, but she just doesn't really listen or clean up, or she's just defiant, I think is the word.
And Sam mentioned that you've been telling her about marital problems. Can you explain that from your side? What's going on?
Well, I feel like if I talk to Sam about it, she gets really defensive, and then we just get nothing done, and I don't have anybody else to talk to, because if I leave the house, she's always accusing
So
me
the
of things.
9-year-old has solutions to your problems.
At least she listens to me. And it might be causing
she
problems, but I need an outlet sometimes.
So, Miss Emma, what's your perspective on what's been going on?
Well, I talk to Georgia about everything because I feel like if I bring anything to Sam's attention, she just gets really defensive and doesn't want to listen to what I have to say. And I can't really talk to anybody else because if I talk to other people, Sam gets really like up in arms and she accuses
So you
me
think
of
the
things.
9-year-old is going to be able to help you solve your problems?
I didn't say
and
she could
not
help me solve my
talking to me?
problems, but she can at least listen and not get defensive.
And
because
you're
she's
gonna-
not.
Yes, Miss Sam, let's let Miss Emma finish what she was going to say.
Thank you. So Georgia listens, and she listens
Mhm.
to me. So I feel like we have a really good bond, and I feel safe telling her things because I have nobody else to talk to. So sometimes it's just nice to let that go and kind of deal with it that way instead of bringing it to Sam and causing a fight.
Our daughter is disturbed.
Can you elaborate?
I can. Well, I think that Emma putting her problems onto our daughter just, you know, and I just, why can't you talk to me?
I try, but you get mad every time I try.
Because she just says things that are just so dumb sometimes, and I can't help to get angry. And I'm sorry. That's why I'm here.
Well, guys,
today.
let's backtrack. Because we don't want to be saying hateful things to each other, okay? So
Okay.
let's take a deep breath. Okay. So, what would you guys think about bringing Miss Georgia maybe in for a session?
I think that'd be good for her.
I think that could work.
Do you think it should be, willing to come and, open up with me?
I think.
Gotcha. Well, guys, the reason that I think bringing Georgia in would be a really good idea is because of the family systems theory, which basically explains that you guys' interactions, the arguments you're having, are also impacting her. So I think that bringing her in and being able to talk to the whole dynamic as a whole would be able to really help. And what do you think about that?
You know, I don't want to drag my daughter
Yeah.
into our problems, but
At this point, it's already affecting her, though.
I know and I feel like the bond between her and Georgia is just, it's a lot different than our bond because of, the types of communication that they have. And I think it'd be good if she was here as well and we could all work through things, I think I'd be able to get her in here if I bribe her with McDonald's, those kids.
Yeah. I think you guys are also explaining a really good concept within the family systems theory, which is the triangle, which basically explains that if two people are interacting and they have a close connection, the other one can feel really isolated. And I think that's what you're experiencing, Miss Sam.
Yeah, and it's also, I think it would be very healthy if Emma opened up to me about our problems and only talks to our daughter, concerning problems, only talks to her about the problems that those two are having.
Right. And how does that make you feel, Miss Emma?
I think that's fair, but also I think that Sam and I just could be better at communicating instead of it starting a fight every time, and then maybe we'd be more willing to talk to each other about our problems.
Gotcha. So what would you guys think about working on your communication skills with me?
That's the reason I'm here. My wife and I, we love each other so much, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to reconnect that spark between us.
Gotcha.
Our daughter. Our daughter. Sorry, I get so emotional. I want to do what's best for her. I want to do what's best for my wife, and I want us to be a happy family.
Take your time.
I just love my wife. Yes, doctor. Yes. I'm sorry, I get so emotional about this kind of thing. I love you, and I love our daughter, and I want everything to work out. Miss Jasmine, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Miss Jasmine.
It's okay. Take your time.
I love my wife so much, and my daughter, Georgia, it's a miracle that we were even able to have a baby, and, the life that I always wanted to live, and I'm sorry. I should listen to you, and I want to do whatever it takes to smile again.
Emma, and when you see your wife in distress, how does that make you feel?
I mean, of course, it's really upsetting because I do love her and I want us to be happy again and I want Georgia to be happy and I'm willing to do anything that it takes to have us be like the usual happy family.
So I would love to meet with you guys next week, but I would like to give you some homework so you guys can work on. Does that sound like it's okay? I know you guys have, work, you have to take Georgia to school, and there's a lot going on, but I would love for you to work on this.
Honey, if I'm willing to do homework for you, I just love you so much. I'll do whatever it takes, Doc.
Gotcha. So I got these journals here for you. That's 1 and 2. So I
She must think we're gonna have a lot of problems. Oh, I love seeing her smile. Sorry.
It's okay. So what I want you guys to do for the next week, every time you feel misheard or anything like that, I want you to write it down. So the next time you come back, we can talk about it and we can discuss all the times that you guys felt like you weren't heard, so we can really work on those communication skills. And then, of course, I know you need to set up time with Georgia and figure out if next week's not fine, we can figure out, a few other sessions when she can bring her in.
Okay. Well, Emma, you know I'm a talker, Emma. Maybe, how do you feel about all of this? Baby, I never hear you talk to me anymore, and I just feel like we're doing so good right now. And if you'll excuse me, I know you said that, time is running out, but
It's okay.
I want to show you that I'm willing
Feelings for sure.
and I'm open to learning and communicating, and the floor is open, baby. Tell me how you feel. The floor is yours.
Well, I actually think that she's kind of been playing the victim today and acting like I'm doing everything wrong, but she also does things wrong. Like, she doesn't communicate with me either. And the whole reason I talk to Georgia is because she won't communicate with me. And she's kind of making to be the bad parent and the bad person, but I'm not.
Though. I'm literally not. Like, that's why I'm here right now, Emma. Like, if I didn't want to listen to you, and if I wanted you to be the bad guy in this whole thing, I would just divorce you, and I wouldn't even be here right now. I wouldn't be willing to bring Georgia into therapy.
Well, guys, let's reel it back in. We can actually work on another assignment for the course next week before your next session. We can really start focusing on your mindfulness, which basically means just take a second for yourself, be able to, take deep breaths and really focus on your awareness and your surroundings, and really listen when others are talking. You know what I mean? Really try to hear each other and hear where everybody's coming from. Does that sound like something else you guys can work on during the week?
Yeah, this is also overwhelming to me right now, and
Gotcha.
You've been great today, Miss Jasmine. All I want is for my wife to love me again, and this is the start, baby.
I never stopped loving you. We're just having problems right now.
All I needed to hear. I love the idea about the journaling and the personal mindfulness ideas. And, I will do that for you. I will listen to you when you're talking. I will not speak until you're done. And I will pay more attention to that so that you don't have to go to our daughter. In other words, okay?
Is there anything else that you want to add, Miss Emma?
I don't think so.
You guys have any last questions for me or anything before we go today?
No, Miss Jasmine, I just thank you.
Of course. Well, I will see you guys next week. Keep up with those journals, and I will see you at 3:30 on Wednesday.
Okay. I'm excited. I'm excited to have our healthy marriage back. We went through so many trials and tribulations to even have our daughter, and I'm just thank you so much, Miss
Oh.
Jasmine.
Of course. Well, I will get with you at the end to figure out what time is best for our next week's appointment. And yeah, you have any more questions for me?
We're still meeting at 3:30, right?
Yes, I believe 3:30 on Wednesday. That work best for you guys. Gotcha. Cool. Great.